Cuộc sống ở trong nó khác với mọi thứ mà mọi người dành cho cháu.
Ăn người à con, thế vào đây ăn đi con. Vào đây, vào đây. Ăn cái chân này ngon lắm. Cả con ngan là mẹ phải nuốt con ngan, cái chân ngan là nó béo nhất đấy. Ăn.
Mẹ ăn nữa đi mẹ.
Ăn đi cả nhà
cái gì mà
không vẻ đấy.
Được cái chân ăn rồi không?
Là cái gì nữa đây?
Mất ngon.
Đây cầm nốt cái rổ này xong rồi xuống dưới bếp kia rồi ăn xong rồi đi lấy cái cỏ trâu về đi nhá. Sao lại vẫn còn ngồi đây mà lại còn khóc lóc cái gì thế này không biết nữa.
The sun peeks over the misty hills of a Vietnamese village on Monday, June 16, 2025, at 6:41 a.m., casting a soft glow on a bustling construction site. Jack, a determined young man, steers his motorbike up the dirt path, his face set with purpose. The air hums with the clatter of tools and the shouts of workers as he dismounts, eyeing the skeletal frames of new homes rising from the earth. A grizzled foreman approaches, wiping sweat from his brow. "Jack, what brings you here? Planning to oversee me too?" He chuckles, adjusting his hard hat. Jack grins, scanning the site. "Hello, sir. Where are Phuong and Huynh today? I don't see them." The foreman shakes his head. "Not here. I called. Phuong said they're at the new urban development site." Jack nods, stepping toward a stack of blueprints fluttering in the breeze. "How's the progress?" The foreman points to a crew assembling scaffolding. "We're prepping the framework to pour the roof. Here's the house design, check the staircase width. Is 2 meters right?" Jack studies the sketch, frowning slightly. "Yeah, 2 meters is fine, but the details are vague, just descriptions, no numbers. And the flooring layout, wiring paths, any errors there?" The foreman shrugs. "Looks solid to me. We'll stick to the plan." Jack nods firmly. "Good. Safety's key, especially with scaffolding at height. Remind the crew to be careful." The foreman salutes. "Will do. Want a look at the 150-unit plan? All 2-story except one modern design." Jack flips through the pages. "Perfect. Follow the blueprint exactly, no deviations. I got to run. Progress looks steady. Any issues since adding workers?" "None," the foreman replies. "It's moving faster now. Safe travels." Later, Jack trades the construction dust for the fresh scent of a rural farm. He parks near a modest house where Ly Tu Tien, still recovering from an injury, stretches her legs beside her mother-in-law. The morning light dances on the fields as Tien gathers a small bag. "Why don't you rest a bit more, dear?" the mother asks, concern etching her face. Tien smiles weakly. "I'm feeling better today, so I'd like to go to the farm for a bit." "How can you go with your foot hurting like that?" the mother presses. "I can go, Mom. I'm worried about the dogs," Tien insists. The mother sighs. "Jack can feed the dogs when he gets back." Tien shakes her head. "Jack is busy at the construction site. I'll just go for a little while and come right back." The mother relents. "All right, I'll come with you for company. Wait for me a moment." Tien hesitates but agrees as they head out, the farm's greenery welcoming them. Meanwhile, Jack cruises homeward, the road lined with vibrant flower stalls. He slows puzzled. What day is it today? So many flowers. A vendor smiles. It's October 20th already, sir. Jack's eyes light up. He buys 2 red bouquets for 400,000 VN and heads to a bakery. Is the cake I ordered ready? He asks. The baker nods. It's ready. We had so many orders. 140,000 Việt Nam đồng. Jack tucks the cake under his arm, a secret plan forming. The farm awakens with a burst of energy as Tu Tien and her mother-in-law step into the sunlit yard. Their arrival greeted by a lively swarm of puppies racing toward them. Their tiny paws patter against the earth, their excited yips cutting through the morning stillness like a joyful melody. Tien kneels carefully, her face lighting up with affection despite the twinge in her ankle. Look at these little ones, all rushing out to see us. I've missed them so much after being away these past few days, she says softly, her voice trembling with warmth as she reaches out to pet a wriggling pup. The mother-in-law watches with a furrowed brow, her gaze lingering on Tien's cautious movements. You should go inside and rest, Chow. The mother dog looks terribly thin, and that black one, she's pregnant again. She notes, her tone laced with concern as she gently guides Tien toward a weathered wooden chair beneath a shady tree. Tien nods, easing herself down with a slight grimace. I'll sweep the yard and cook some porridge for the mother dog. Let me grab the broom, she offers, starting to rise. The mother waves her back with a firm hand. No, give it to me. I need to stretch my legs a bit. These fallen zone leaves are scattered everywhere. Pigeons have even built nests up in the fish trap. Can you believe it? Tien settles back, watching as the mother begins sweeping with slow, deliberate strokes. She shifts her focus to the kitchen, limping toward the small structure with a determined glint in her eye. Inside, she lights a fire under a large iron pot, the crackling flames casting a warm glow across the room. The faint scent of wood smoke mingles with the earthy aroma of the farm as she prepares to cook. Maybe I should start the porridge first so the dogs don't go hungry while we work, she suggests, glancing over her shoulder. The mother pauses, leaning on the broom to survey the playful pups. Do you think Jack managed to feed them enough while you were recovering? They look a bit eager. Tien shrugs, stirring the pot as the first bubbles begin to form. I'm sure he did. He's been so dedicated about checking on them. The rich aroma of cooking grains soon fills the air, a comforting presence as she tends the fire. These puppies are growing so fast, aren't they? The mother remarks, smiling as she watches them tumble over each other in a heap. Tien glances toward the distant chicken coop, her mind wandering. I wonder if Jack fed the chickens too. I'll check on them later if I can. The mother's voice carries a note of caution as she resumes sweeping. Be careful with that ankle, Chow. It's still tender. Don't push yourself too hard. Stepping outside again, Tien gathers a handful of tender greens from a nearby patch, their leaves glistening with morning dew. These are so young and fresh, perfect for the dogs, and they'll keep them cool, she says, her fingers deftly chopping them into fine pieces to add to the pot. The mother rummages through the storage shed, emerging with a burlap sack of corn kernels clutched in her arms. Do we have any corn left? I'll scatter some for the chickens and pigeons, she calls out. Tien points to a woven basket near the porch. Just toss it there, Bac. They'll come back to eat when they're ready. The mother nods, her eyes catching the vibrant blooms dotting the yard. These flowers are thriving. The chickens must be off foraging in the fields somewhere. Tien agrees, adjusting the heat under the pot. I'll keep the porridge then so the little ones can eat too. It needs to be gentle on their stomachs. The mother settles back into the chair, her gaze drifting to the dogs huddling in the shade. They're clever staying cool like that. Why don't you check upstairs for any books Jack might have left behind? He's always misplacing them. Tien climbs the creaky wooden stairs, her steps slow but steady, returning with a worn novel tucked under her arm. I'm halfway through this one. Your eyes aren't what they used to be, are they, Bac? She teases gently. The mother laughs, a soft, nostalgic sound. Not anymore. I used to devour books, but now those tiny letters just blur into nothing. The peaceful rhythm of their work is interrupted by the sudden ring of the mother's phone. Jack's voice bursting through with urgency. I got home but the house is empty. Where are you? The mother holds the phone to her ear, her tone calm and reassuring. Tu Tien wanted to visit the farm this morning, so I came along with her. She's feeling much better now. Jack's voice tightens with worry. Is she really okay to be moving around? Tell her to come home soon. I've started cooking dinner. The mother glances at Tien, who nods encouragingly. We'll tidy up here and feed the animals, then head back. It won't be long. Jack sighs, his relief audible. All right, just make sure she's careful. I'll be waiting. He hangs up, turning his attention to the pot simmering on the stove back home. At the farm, Tien ladles the cooled porridge into shallow bowls, her movements careful as she calls the dogs. Come here, eat up. Get some strength for your pups. The mother watches from the chair, her voice soft with affection. The little ones are just learning to eat. They look so thin. We should head back soon. Jack's probably wondering where we are. They gather their things, the farm's tranquility wrapping around them like a warm blanket as they prepare to leave, the bond between them strengthened by the day's shared efforts. The house buzzes with anticipation as Jack stands in the kitchen, the rich aroma of freshly cooked dishes wafting through the air. Steaming bowls of rice, stir-fried vegetables, and a fragrant meat dish line the table, a testament to his careful preparation. He wipes his hands on a dishcloth, muttering to himself, "Why aren't me and Tu Tien back yet? I finished everything. They're going to be so surprised and happy." With a satisfied nod, he heads upstairs for a quick shower, the sound of running water filling the quiet space. The house falls into a brief stillness, broken only by the occasional creak of the floorboards, until the front door swings open with a soft groan. Tu Tien and her mother-in-law step inside, their arms laden with bags from the farm, their faces flushed with the day's exertion. The mother sets her bag down, glancing around with a puzzled frown. Where's Jack? It's so quiet here. Maybe he's upstairs in his room. Tien places her load on the counter, pouring a glass of cool water from a pitcher. Let me get you some water, Bisi. I'll wash these greens and hang them to dry later. The mother eases into a chair by the window, her expression softening. Are you tired, Chow? If you are, go rest upstairs. We'll eat when you're ready. Tien shakes her head, a small smile playing on her lips. I'm fine, Bisi. Just wondering where Jack might be hiding. Jack emerges from the bathroom, a towel draped over his shoulder and his hair still damp from the shower. His footsteps light on the stairs. Me and Tu Tien just got back. I was showering, that's why it was so quiet. He laughs, his voice injecting warmth into the room. Tien turns with a grin, setting the water glass down. I thought you were upstairs. I'm feeling much better now, Bisi, and I just came from the farm. Jack's expression shifts to concern, his eyes narrowing as he takes in her careful gait. I told you I'd handle the animals. Your ankle's still healing. You didn't need to push yourself. Tien nods, her tone earnest and steady. I'm better today and was worried about the puppies. Back wanted to come along too, and I couldn't say no. The mother adds with a chuckle, I enjoy those farm visits. It keeps me feeling young and active. Jack gestures toward the dining area, his smile returning. I've finished cooking. Please come down and join me for dinner. As they gather around the table, Jack unveils his carefully planned surprise. He steps forward, presenting a vibrant red bouquet to his mother with a respectful bow. Today is October 20th, me Women's Day. I wish you good health, endless happiness, and joy always. The mother's eyes widen, a radiant smile breaking across her face as she accepts the flowers. Thank you, my dear son. Thank you, Jack, so much. This means the world to me. Then he turns to Tien, offering the second bouquet with a tender, heartfelt smile. And for you too, Tien, I wish you joy, happiness, and growing beauty. You deserve all the best things life can offer. Tien's hands tremble as she takes the flowers, her eyes welling with tears that catch the soft light. Thank you, An. I've never received such beautiful flowers before. This is so special. Jack's gaze softens, his voice low and sincere. I'll always be here to support and protect you, no matter what. The mother claps her hands, her laughter ringing out. My son is truly wonderful, such a thoughtful boy. Tears spill down Tien's cheeks as she clutches the bouquet, the vivid red petals contrasting beautifully with her simple dress. Don't cry anymore, sit down and eat. The mother teases gently, her eyes twinkling with amusement. Jack's cooked so many delicious dishes for us. Jack serves the rice with a modest grin, spooning portions into each bowl. I only managed a few simple dishes, nothing fancy. The mother pats his arm affectionately. That's more than enough. You've done brilliantly, son. Tien eases into a chair, wincing slightly as she adjusts her position. Your ankle still hurts, Jack observes, his tone firm yet caring. From tomorrow, I'll take care of the farm. You need to rest and let it heal completely. The mother nods in enthusiastic agreement. I'll join you sometimes. It's good for my spirits too. But for now, let's keep her off that foot. Before they begin the meal, Tien speaks, her voice thick with emotion as she sets the bouquet aside. I want to thank you, BAC, and Yuan. My life has changed so much because of the kindness you've both shown me. Jack reaches across the table, taking her hand in a reassuring grip. Think of us as your family, Tu Tien. All that matters is that we're happy together. Tien sobs softly, her shoulders trembling. I still have so many flaws and shortcomings. I hope you'll guide me as I learn. The mother leans forward, her tone warm and comforting. Everything will fall into place with time, Chow. Don't worry. Just enjoy this happy day. They raise their bowls, the clink of chopsticks creating a symphony of unity. Jack pours water into glasses, the mother fetches an extra bowl of rice, and the table comes alive with laughter and shared stories. The flowers stand as a silent emblem of a new chapter, their presence a reminder of the love that binds them together on this special day.
I felt like a burned out survivor of war. I was just making time until I could join Jack. After all, at 54, what did I have to looking forward to? The future was black. The waiter approached my table asking if I needed anything. To my surprise, I said, yes, if you know anyone here who is a recent widow or widower, I would appreciate talking to her or him. Again, to my surprise, she told me about Phyllis, a spas health director who had lost her husband several months before. I invited Phyllis to have lunch with me the next day, and we quickly